Yeah. Let me also open up the chat because I can't see it that way. I'll let you know in a second. We should be animated. Oh, we should be live already.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
are.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Hopefully you can see us, you can hear us. Please let us know. Kenneth's coming in 2 minutes, so let me just briefly notify the Discord and Telegram community. Perfect. Thank you for confirmation, Tanya. Appreciate it. Let me do this. Okay. New month. Okay. And also Discord, and we good to go.
Hey Nilsson, how are you, man?
By the way, guys, anyone who recently passed either the E8 signature giveaway or the E8 one giveaway would like to review some traders from the giveaway. So if you're on the live stream and you passed, or at the best you get the payout, let me know. Okay, yeah, Discord, perfect. And okay, perfect. So let me open the economic calendar as well. And we can get rolling. Has Telegram channel. Can we short Euro USD? Well, actually, today I was thinking about taking the longs because one of the patterns show up that I watch. But I said it was this candle specifically. I can zoom in a little bit. It was this candle, and we were kind of bullish. And I said that if we're going to close bearish, I'm not going to get into it. But this is one of the patterns. I still a little bit believe that Euro USD can do the pullback towards 1.175. I'm not going to enter, at least now. I'll probably wait if we actually bounce from a 1.17 level, which is strong support currently. The entire zone of 1.17, 1.17 to 1.168. I'll probably go on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So I want to see how the market will react here. I would gladly trade it towards the upside. So if we actually bounce back towards 1.175, we'll see, because US dollar is now stronger than euro. And I think Ken will tell you more. It has to do with Fed and its upcoming policy decision. So we'll see what Ken brings us as the update. Let me just double check if he's it. No, not yet. And gold for our time frame for swings. I was actually looking for scalps, just the pips trades. I wasn't looking for swings because the new strategy that I'll be trading on the account that I shared today on Discord is a scalp strategy. So I'll be taking max 30, 40 pips trades. That's the maximum. Gold routine. Gold, Ken's gonna definitely speak about the gold because
did you trade any? Did you take any trades on your account already, Jake?
I took on the last one, but eventually I'll figure out, at least not me, but people on the Discord figure out that I was already trading the funded account, simulated funded. So
okay.
I disabled that account, created a new one. So not on this one because I created it yesterday, actually, yeah, this morning. So
yeah,
I'll be definitely taking some trades this week. Not sure what at this moment, but definitely something.
That sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm open to take longs on dollar after we just kind of messaging. After we figure out if we're going to bounce or break on Euro USD, but I'll probably won't be again trading dollar. I'll go with Australian dollar or maybe Swiss franc. Just so you know, euro is going to be kind of volatile this week. We've got PPI, we've got CPI, GDP data, retail sales data, all from Europe. So I think we'll get more informations where the economy in Euro area is heading to. And I think it's going to be very helpful for the next ECB rate decision. Let me just figure out what's... Oh, Ken should be here.
Oh, wonderful.
Perfect. Hello, Ken. Can you hear us? Oh, is he here? Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. Hey, Ken, how
Hello,
are you,
Ken.
man?
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
All good? How about you?
Good. Yeah, man. All good. All good over here. I was in London on Saturday with Joe.
Joe, yeah.
We're shooting some content for the YouTube channel. It was
Yeah,
good.
I saw something. It looks really good, by the way.
Nice.
He
Man.
told me that you're a funny fella. He enjoyed
Yeah.
shooting with you.
Yeah, man. We had a good time. It was good. We got some good content in. Saw some sights of the city.
Okay. Looking forward to see this.
Yeah, man.
What we are expecting to see on Friday. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I think that we're gonna do it as usually. So I'll pass the mic Ken once he's ready, and whenever I see something, I'll just jump in. I saw your trade on gold. It was kind of good. You took it on the EA account, or was it your personal one?
No, annoyingly, no, it wasn't on the EA account. I was looking at potentially, I haven't done it yet, but I was potentially going to set up copy trader from my main account.
Also an option.
Would I be allowed to do that?
Yeah, sure. You can get a VPS. It's VPS, and then basically just from your live account, copy that on your.
Yeah, well, because it's just the issue of multiple accounts just can be a bit tricky sometimes. Trying to catch them all.
Yeah, switching between accounts. It's
hard. It is hard. Although maybe I'll just keep the E8 account for a certain strategy. I don't know. I'll see. I need to figure it out. I'll figure it out. And because otherwise, I mean, we would have been off to an absolute booming start if I'd taken it on this account as well. But yeah, man, it's all good. Yeah, I got nice entries. It was obviously gold price is breaking out at the moment. I'll share my screen in a moment. I'm just getting this all up here now.
Just take a look at the gold.
2 seconds, guys. Signing in. Okay, cool.
Oh, damn. That's bullish.
Yep. I mean, it's only a matter of time. Okay, here we go.
Do you think we get a pullback back to 3.44, and then, like, for those who not yet get into the longs?
344. 344. That is very possible. I mean, yeah, it back into that zone. I think that's very realistic, to be honest with you. I think that can happen, and that it should happen really. Let's see what happens when we hit 3,500. We're obviously coming in on that quite fast now. Once we hit there, I think then it's correction time and then dip buying. But man, structure is super clean right now. I mean, it's super clean.
Yeah, we'll most definitely create new high from the April, was it? Yeah, it was April.
Yep. So I'm just double checking faithful. Yeah,
I think might be even good time to go for it now, because we kind of on a lower time frame, we're going sideways, which can count as a correction. And I think there will be a lot of people trying to just sell overbought market, which can then trigger to go even today or tomorrow on that 3.5 level.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing because maybe that's why you can't. Stop sharing.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually just getting things ready. I'm going to share now.
Take your time.
All right. Okay. All right. Share here.
No, Chotanya, today is not the signature account giveaway. It's just the 48 hour, as usually, as every Monday, for people who participate often. So the signature, probably we can do it on Wednesday, but depends because there's the activation fee till the 8th of September. So probably if you would like to trade it, you would have to pass it till 8th of September, so you don't pay the activation fee on the signature account. But so far, when speaking about accounts, the signature I like the most. Do we have any idea for the activation? What do you mean, King Thee? Like, do you have any idea for the activation fee? AJ, go
I think it's about the price.
Oh yeah, I think in my view, the EA signature is probably the best one, because if you compare it to, I don't know, EA1 or Classic, you more or less pay the half of the price in case you would not pass. And then just when you pass, you pay basically the second half, which is, I think, a really good deal. Of today's
the price should be like $100.
Yeah, on 50K, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, right, it's yours.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. I'll tidy up my charts as I go along. I thought I'll just quickly start off, guys, because obviously, after being on Jake's case, finally got me set up, obviously, on the account. And I took the first trade on that account on Friday. Okay. So let's just quickly walk through that trade, and I'll go over everything else. So obviously Euro. Where we are. Here we are. Okay. All right. Let's move this a moment. So Euro has obviously been a little bit messy, as with obviously all dollar related. When you look here, like in this entire, we've been ranging, we've been speaking about this for a while, and look, we're capped, we've been hit again. Okay, with this big area of supply that remains. The reason why I was eyeing up these longs was because, I've said to you guys before, like my engine, like my core, when I'm looking, it really is, when it comes to sort of intraday swing trades, I like to understand what's happening on the 4 hour. And obviously on the 4 hour, after coming down to this big zone here at sort of protecting 16, I said to you guys before, we were in this range, protecting 16. We had a reversal candlestick here last Wednesday. And then obviously followed up by a big bullish candlestick there, just confirming this zone is in full force. And then we started to see some structure take shape, right? High, 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 low, all that good stuff. So I was monitoring that. If you look here on the hourly, again, it's not necessarily that I trade patterns, but it's just more so as one of those things, extra confluence. But we'd started forming this inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder up here. Okay, we had that big breakout. Obviously, bear in mind, we're printing high highs, high lows. Nice pullback here. Okay, we retested, look at that, retested that neckline, gorgeous. And obviously we formed in this process, we formed a couple of things. We formed obviously this bullish flag that you can see here, which is, we formed this double bottom here, okay, and a neckline there, right? So there's so many confluences anyway for me to be going long. We dropped down to the 30-minute Friday, okay? So remember I said to you guys, see, I've got my Asian range. This is one of my intraday plays, okay? Asian range. Right, we had the liquidity sweep early morning, London, liquidity sweep there above the high, and then coming down to the Asian range low. See, as I said to you guys before, I like to see this reversal candlestick, looking for that validation closure above. Obviously here, so I managed to get entries at sort of 1664 on that. So I waited for that confirmation closure above, got in a little bit later actually. So it was about here that we got in, 1664. Stops, obviously for me, I placed stops just below. You see this candle here, right, where we've staged that rebound for the liquidity sweep. And then targets, where are my targets on that? On here, we closed out at 1695 and 1680. So I'll talk you through these targets. The 1680, the reason for that, obviously not best risk to reward, but very high probability. Okay, and we're basically targeting the high, right? Targeting Asian range high, targeting around this daily open level. That was the first target. The second target is up here at 1695, as you saw. And obviously, it's pretty obvious why I took this target. If you look left, that was the next sort of extreme high. Obviously, really, I'm expecting the higher high to be printed, and that's what happened here. We printed a higher high up here. Yeah. So we dwarfed that high, but that was just me having some conservative targets, sort of high probability ones. So that's why I took those sort of 2 trades there, and I had those reasons for those 2 targets. So that was that, which was nice. So if you ask me what's happening now, again, it's just, I think we're going to continue ranging. Okay. We're going to continue to range. It's dollar related as well. You can see, obviously, this dollar is ranging, albeit we remain tilted to the downside. To this week, if we put up fundamentals, it's all about jobs data from the United States. So let's just pull us up. We do also have Eurozone CPI, by the way. Let me just bring everything up. Eurozone CPI. Okay. So Monday, obviously quiet day. It's bank holiday. It's Labor Day in the US. Happy Labor Day to any US traders. I don't think we've got many US traders in here right now, from what I can see, but happy US Labor Day. Tuesday. Okay. Things start picking up a little bit. We've got Eurozone CPI. Now, this is not going to be a market mover, to be honest with you. But what this just confirms is that the ECB has inflation in check. Okay, so inflation is expected to come closer towards their target there of 2% on the core. Year on year expected to stay steady at 2%, which is actually bullish. They've got inflation under control, so that's bullish for Euro. Then we've got ISM manufacturing PMI from the United States. Right now, it's in contraction. It's expected to remain in contraction. But this is not the highlight of the week. This will just shape up a little bit of volatility, near-term sort of trend for the dollar, but probably be short-lived because this is huge this week, right? This is massive. And the reason being this is massive is because Jerome Powell, a couple of Fridays ago, he said that the labor market is weakening, right? Now, he also, remember, said that inflation is also not really a problem for the United States anymore because it's just temporary due to tariffs, which, as I said to you guys before, that was a massive change in tone. Just a couple of weeks ago before that, he said that inflation's still too high, which is one of the reasons why they're not rushing to cut rates. They're not rushing to move policy. But then Trump obviously put pressure on this guy and he's changed his tune. Now, I was just speaking to someone over the weekend, actually, and I was just like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, the irony. Trump, I don't know if you saw it before. Trump sacks BLS. He sacked the BLS chief. So the leader of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the person that helps orchestrate the data for the non-farm payrolls, he sacked them because the reason being is because he thought the numbers had been fudged. You know, when we saw the previous reading where we saw that sharp downward revision previously, look, of like 14K from 73K. He said that is due to manipulation. Now, I would not be surprised. You see how Trump, this is me being conspiracy theorist. You see how Trump is like pressuring the FOMC to cut rates. He sacks the BLS head due to manipulation, data manipulation. And now he wants rate cuts. And the FOMC is saying that the labor market is weakening. I wouldn't be surprised if we get freaking manipulation on these numbers and these numbers are bad. And then it's like, yep, rate cuts are happening now. I wouldn't be surprised. I would, if being conspiracy theorist, I would bet quite largely that we're going to get bad data. Obviously, don't take that as financial advice. But if I was a serious gambler, I would bet heavy that we're going to get bad data this week. And I will put that down to manipulation. Okay. But let's see. If I'm right, I'm right. But that's what I'll run with. So if this data is bad, dollar's going to come under selling pressure. And it will just work out technically anyway, because obviously structure is very much to the downside. Okay. Now, look, for me, for Euro, it's just trading until we get a breakout of this range. It's trading within this range, guys, to be honest with you, right? This range. I'm going to jump over to gold right now because obviously it's a big talking point. We've had that massive breakout. First things first, why is gold rising? Okay. Gold's rising because of everything that I've just said. I'm not the only one thinking like that. A lot of big players, I think, have a credibility issue and worry around the United States right now with Trump. Okay, so gold is a hedge. Gold is also gaining from the fact that central banks are still buying gold. Okay, central banks are still buying gold right now. We've still got uncertainty. We've got a weaker dollar. So this breakout, I know Jake was speaking about it for a while as well, that it was just at some point we're going to get this breakout to the upside. Okay. And now we've got this convincing breakout of this, where we were ranging since April, range, big breakout to the upside. And you know, when we see moves and you see it's quite assertive, and this is likely the case of, you know, stops being triggered to the upside. There would have been a lot of stops here, right? And then boom, those stops taken out. So that exacerbates the move to the upside, right? Where we had all these stops here, boom, and that breaks out, which is why it's quite a quick move. Now, again, similar to Euro, just trading pure structure, high highs, high lows. And I took the trade on Friday night. And the reason being was, look, for me, this wasn't a clean. This not at all a clean lower, higher low. Excuse me, lower high. Excuse me. Frick's sake, this is not a clean higher low up here. But I took this trade because in anticipation of that we're going to get the continuation. Two reasons. One, we had taken out. You see this resistance here. Okay, we're taking out this resistance here, and I was expecting a follow through. Okay, of what I was noting, that those stops being triggered to the upside. And then two, it just made sense anyway. Okay, we were consolidating at zone. I was expecting like a flag to start forming. I had placed a little bit of bream room below this zone, this key zone here, stops just below. And I actually had initial targets up here at 3,500. But I closed out. And the reason being is just because it was quite, you know, when we get really sharp moves, I just anticipate quite a pullback. So I was just happy to just take that out. So we closed out this morning. It's early hours this morning, about 5 a.m. London time. I ended up closing that trade rather than letting it run to 3,500. But where are we going from here? Again, paying attention to structure right at this moment in time. We're at higher high, right? We're at higher high. So it's just waiting for that dip. And Jake said at the start of stream, potentially 34.40. I agree. Maybe 34.40, 34, sort of this $20 range, 34.50 towards sort of 30, I think is good for potential dip buying. Okay. And that would still validate this area here, would still validate as a new higher low. Okay. And then we can go to 3,500 convincingly, these highs of April. I don't know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm now just wondering if the market is actually going to do the correction to 3.44, if we're not going to hit first the 3.5 level. Because this is like a playbook scenario where, as I was saying from the start, where a lot of sellers in the market is trying to catch overbought market.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hesitant to go for it to hit that 3.5 level, as I'm seeing bullish momentum. It works for me so many times to do this whenever people are start thinking of, you know, do we get the correction? So a lot of people get in, but then market creates a new higher high. So yeah, a safer option would be just to wait for the correction. But as a gamble, probably 3.5 level is very probable. Again, our financial advice, but I'll be keeping my eye on it. Probably going for it. We'll see.
Yeah, Jay. I agree with you. I think this is very I think right at this moment in time, it's got a high probability at the moment, in my opinion, of hitting 3,500 first before that we get that pullback. It looks the way it's holding right now. It's consolidating. It's forming. You know, as you guys know, I like my flags. I think we could get a breakout here. I remember on the stream last Wednesday, you asked me, you said, do you think, Ken, are we going to be hitting? You asked me if we're going to hit here.
Yeah.
And we did. We've hit there, and obviously it's gone. You know, it's gone clear. So yeah, man.
It's a support. And about Euro USD, let me check, because I had this morning, I was also thinking about getting into longs to hit 1.175 level. I maybe missed it, but your idea for Euro USD is the range trading. So now to go in south for a while, was it? Or
I don't think now, in my view, we've just obviously printed a high. So we're just waiting for this higher low, see how we respond there. It's just like my zone that I've got marked up looks like a classic sort of fake out. We went to breakout and then now we sucked back below straight away. So yeah, depending on how this sort of higher low forms, we'll see some potential dip buying there, or it may get sucked back into this range. Let's see if it doesn't hold.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Do you have any insights on pound recently? Anything that? Oh, are you trading pound or not at all?
Do you know what? I haven't been trading pound, just because. Okay, if you look at GU, the candlesticks are quite horrific. Like on this, look at it. This is just awful price action. And the thing is with the pound, I see this is potential, like this massive. You know how I had on euro this inverse head and shoulders. It's possible that we're coming up to this 36 area again for a big explosive breakout. The issue for me is that, okay, maybe versus the dollar, pound looks good. On a macro level for GBP in general, I'm a little bit hesitant because of the sort of the high inflation situation in the UK and you know, the sort of the lower growth. We need to be careful. But I would edge towards GP gaining versus the dollar at the moment. Structure is there on the 4 hour, just about. But if we take out 36, I'll be interested in longs. If we take out this zone here,
yeah,
I'll be interested.
Okay,
yeah, man.
Thanks.
I mean, yeah, you know, when you go by the textbook, like this is just sort of textbook for me. Whenever we see these inverse head and shoulders, I always obviously measure the head to the neckline for the equivalent of the breakout to the upside. And I mean, for me, over the years, using that as a reference actually comes into play quite nicely. You know, so this would suggest potentially we're going towards 140, which is not out of the realms of possibility when you look left. You know, we've done that before. We can do that again. You know.
Yeah, if we get that bearish momentum from dollar, it's possible. This is daily chart that you.
Yeah, this is the daily right now.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I think Euro's going to be a little bit more volatile. I was speaking about it before you came here. Maybe depends on what's going to be the data, because we've got the CPI, right? Then we've got GDP, retail sales, PPI, all from Europe. Don't think there's many other news or economic data releases outside the euro. So, and of course the NFPs. So
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I need to wait for the data in order, because I'm still kind of watching if there are going to be any signs of Euro or ECB going for further rate cuts, just in the future, if there's going to be something, because we've got stabilized inflation. I'm waiting for the GDP data as well as for the retail sales. So kind of looking forward if we see from any member from ECB a sign of possible continuation in the rate cuts, which would be eventually bearish for the euro, but so far proved to be a solid.
Yeah. Man. I think.
Okay. Do you have anything else on watch list, or do we pass the mic to Angel?
I'll go over something after. I'm just gonna check out the charts moment. So let's hand it to Angel for now.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Of course.
Best way to predict news. Someone is asking, what's the best way to predict news? That's just impossible most of the time. Do you have kind of some sort of a crystal ball?
No, man. If only, guys. Like, yeah, you just it's impossible to predict news. You can have like an informed view based on a compilation of other data points. You know, putting the pieces to the puzzle. So, just a very quick example. We'll probably save this for like a dedicated video for the YouTube channel. But basically, you know, for example, say we have, let's think of a number. Let's think of inflation, right? Say inflation data, CPI, a big one for the United States. If, for example, we have a trend of, say, for example, low consumer spending, so i.e. bad retail sales, we have bad consumer confidence data, we have a higher unemployment, we have lower wages, then you could potentially put all those pieces to the puzzle and think, okay, in the coming CPI data, perhaps we're going to start seeing inflation come down because of all those factors, if that makes sense. So you could have an informed view, as you do technically. You can have an informed view and take a guess, but you know, you just it's still one of those things where data can just be a little bit of the lottery. because there's so many factors that make up data that
Exactly.
you just can't get your hands on, so
yeah. Even though consumers might be low on spending, retail sales low, but then you've got Trump tariff war, you've got other events going on, and the data show up to be strong. So yeah, you will never get it most of the time.
Yeah, like if you look at all the, like all these big boys like HSBC, JP Morgan, all these guys, when you see on Forex Factory here, for example, this is a compilation, this is a median forecast of all those major banks. And the vast majority of those banks that are well informed, that have thousands of analysts, get it wrong. So, it's just, you can't, it's unlikely. Okay. It's just unlikely that you're going to get it right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, Angel, the floor is yours, senor.
All right. Thanks for that, man. Okay. So, guys, we have this gap here in the daily time frame that I was actually expecting a reaction from it. So the price is pretty much stuck here. And if you look at the SP 500, that one already took the all-time high. So we took the high from the left, and we are kind of like consolidating here right after. So of course we can actually just spend lower or higher from here. So on this one, I'm going to be like more careful. I will want to wait and see what's going to happen in the following days, because we have a lot of data coming in. But you gotta wait until you would like to wait until you have like a better perception or a clear view, at least here. And if you look at the Nasdaq, we have this gap on the daily time frame. So I'm still going to look for longs while we are trading respecting this gap. So for me to look for a short is if the daily candle closes below this gap here, then I'm going to look for shorts, right? Why? If you look, again, SP 500 is taking this high, Nasdaq is not. So this is a divergence in price here. So if this happens, it confirms that this high is failing to print a new higher high. So now this low is going to be the target, right? So that will be the confirmation. For now, I'm going to keep looking for longs. Again, tomorrow, if we have some sort of engulfing candle here that confirms where the daily is trading towards. But if we close below the gap, then I'm going to be looking for sells to target this low here and this low here on the Nasdaq. So that's going to be my play for the week. So let's see what happens tomorrow with the news and see how the day closes. Pretty much the same for SP 500. Waiting game. The Dow Jones is kind of trading, but slowly towards the high after the reaction on the gap here. So I would like to see a daily candle closing above this high. So this one is looking good for longs. Let's see what happens tomorrow. As you guys see here, we're on this range. So the price is consolidating right here. Let me just take out this one. Right? So we want to see some sort of expansion higher from this range, taking this high. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We'll like to see some sort of can model here for tomorrow on the Dow. If that happens, it's a good confirmation. So if we are ranging during Asia and London manipulates, it will be nice to look for longs on the Dow Jones towards that high. All right. So I think I don't have anything else more than this.
Okay. Did you take any trades last week on the indexes?
Oh, just the ones from Monday to Wednesday that I have shown. Yeah, I've stopped trading after that. But on Thursday there was a nice buy. Check that one. And then it was on Thursday. Yep. towards the high, the all-time high. And let me check because it was a nice setup. If I'm not mistaken, it was Thursday or Friday. Yeah, pretty much on Thursday. Look at that. We haven't taken the higher yet, right? This was pretty much the daily candle that was waiting for the price to print. If you look here, just before taking this high, and this is the setup, right? London swept by New York. You guys check, and then we have that initial move to the upside. So this is pretty much the setup that I was looking at, the one that you always wanted to take. Yep.
Okay. Whew. Just watching the gold chart and hesitating if I should go for it. Probably I will.
What would your setup look like, Jake?
Sorry?
What would your setup look like right now for gold?
Well, I don't have much of a technical analysis to share, as my chart has only the 3.44 level and one zone below it, and 3.3, as I was just watching the zone, probably taking some trades in it. But as we broke above, sometimes I just do trades based on the market behavior or retail traders' behavior, which could be actually a situation that we are having right now. I'm just watching till the 30 and 1 hour candle closes. If possible, I would like to buy lower with probably some tight stop loss. Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. Just don't take it as a financial advice. I might update you on the Discord if I'm in, most likely. Other than that, I probably won't trade anything else today because I don't want to start my first trade on the E8 account that I started today with a loss. So I will be taking it easy. Don't want to trade Australian dollar, especially after last data. If it's not, let me just double check on the index. Yeah, it's still a little bit stronger than what I expected. So not gonna happen. Still expecting the Bullocks to deliver some sort of a hawkish tone in her speech. Other than that, not much. Let me just double check the market if I find something else.
Yeah.
But not much for me.
Yeah, just a quick one, guys, as well. Like, if you look at gold, you can go and back test it, and just go and even look at the most recent all-time high prints. When gold is coming up for that all-time high print, so we're going to come up for that all-time high print again. When you look historically, when we go for that, I think there's a very strong probability. I won't be able to give you the probability, but I know it's quite high that we're going to break that 3,500 and we will see like quite an explosive move higher. We'll go and dwarf that 3,500 and I think we'll run up about 20, maybe 20, 30 bucks before we come back. Yeah, if you just go and look at the past times that gold's broken through that high, the previous all-time high, it goes, by a good sort of $20, $30 and then pulls back. You can sort of check that out. But that's what I think is going to happen here. I don't think we're going to hit 3,500 and we're going to drop. I think we're going to get a breakthrough all-time high print, maybe sort of 35, 20, 25, and then we'll come back and correct. And when it corrects, it does correct quite a bit, before. So I think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to do a bit of analysis later on tonight and look at the average that we do sort of break through. And I'm going to explore placing some buy stops up there personally, which you'll probably see either fail or succeed on my E8 account. I'm going to look at that tonight. So potentially buy stops around 3,500, maybe 3,495.
So you would basically just set a pending order on that level?
Pending order.
And then take $10, $20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also
Yeah, I've seen it a few
fun.
times, so I'm going to look, do some analysis, and yeah, I'll look to do that. I think it's going to get a nice little breakthrough.
Okay. By the way, are you still a bit more bullish than bearish on Japanese yen, or did something change over the course of last week or two?
Yeah, damn, yen's pretty bearish right now. At the moment. Why? Well, when you look like last week, we had a couple of softer CPI prints from Japan. The BOJ's core CPI reading cooled down to 2%. What else? We had so JPY. So yeah, BOJ CPI, core CPI, and also the Tokyo CPI was lower than previous as well. The retail sales in Japan were bad. The data's not great. It's not great. And then we've got wages this week. So Japanese wages, I think on Friday. So it's not down as high impact, but it is important. Average cash earnings here on Friday. So worth keeping an eye on. But yeah, markets are not back in JPY right now. It's
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, probably they will have to delay the at least the signs of the delivering the rate hike. So probably markets are interpreting this, and yeah, probably the only pair that I'm watching as we speak is New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. You know how much I love Swiss franc, and New Zealand dollar is weaker than Australian dollar, at least for me at this point, especially after the last economy data from Australia. And we hit 0.473. So maybe, though Swiss franc also has CPI data this week, and I think the index, the leading one. So we probably get a little bit more careful. But as a swing trade, this is not going to be probably for me a short trade. But as a swing, does not look bad. Although maybe let me share the screen probably for a while before we. Yeah, I don't share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. I usually start speaking like I'm sharing the screen 24/7. Okay. So this is New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. We hit 0.473. You know how I like 3s and 8s, especially in forex market. So if we actually get some sort of at least a little bit of bullish momentum and break above these highs, then I'll be probably taking the shorts, because I don't think it's going to happen now. I don't think we're going to go right away on a short. I think we have to grab a volatility, grab anything above these highs. So then probably this is one of the trades that I'll be watching in upcoming week. We don't have any important data from New Zealand this week. So might be a good one, especially if the data from Swiss franc show out to be good or strong. So
yeah, that level looks solid.
Which one? The 40?
The 73.
Yeah. It does. But I still think that we're going to at least break the highs. This one, especially on 0.4733. Yeah. So once we're above this one, I think the market will create a candle with big shadow on the top, and we can fall. That's the only pair that I found today or now that is worth watching for me outside the gold. So I'll probably leave it at this. I think you guys are also good to go with your analysis, or anything else you would like to add, or we can leave it for the Wednesday.
Yeah,
I think
I'm all good.
Okay, perfect.
I'm all set as well.
Let me check if there were any questions in the chat, but I don't think so. Yeah, I was expecting that. Good. Yeah. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. As always, thank you for participating. I will, again, not in the comment section of the video, but the winners of the challenge, the 48-hour evaluation challenge, in the Discord. So for those of you who haven't joined yet, I can send the link. Let me just find it really quickly. And that would be, yeah, I'll send it into chat probably. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Not be my best day. Yeah, and here we go. So in the Discord, I'll announce the winners, and we'll see you again on Wednesday. So thank you guys for sharing your analysis.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Best of luck, guys. See you on Wednesday.
Cheers. Have a good one. See you.